When in doubt.
Taylor Swift, known to millions for her confessional lyrics and dazzling stage presence, has always been a storyteller who lets the world peek into her emotional world. Yet, sometimes, the most extraordinary chapters in a star's life unfold far from the spotlight. In the past few weeks, Taylor's story took a dramatic turn, not on the stage, but in the quiet corridors of a hospital where family and love became the focus of her universe. The drama began with a routine checkup for Taylor's father, Scott Swift. At 73, Scott had always seemed robust, the kind of dad who cheers the loudest at concerts and keeps a watchful, proud eye on his daughter's meteoric rise. But life often throws its biggest curveballs when least expected. During a regular doctor's visit, Scott's physician spotted troubling signs that hinted at potential trouble brewing in his heart. There was no heart attack, no dramatic collapse, just a quiet warning, the kind that can change everything in an instant. After further tests, the verdict was clear. Scott needed a quintuple bypass. The very phrase sounds daunting. 5 major arteries, each one crucial, now needing rerouting so that blood could flow freely again. It's a surgery that demands technical precision, but also a deep reservoir of courage from the patient and their family. And for the Swifts, it was time to rally. As news of the impending operation spread quietly among those closest to Taylor, her family drew close. Andrea Swift, Taylor's mother and a cancer survivor, has spent years inspiring fans with her resilience. Her brother Austin, always the quietly supportive sibling, cleared his schedule. Taylor, in the middle of her record-shattering Eras tour and a whirlwind romance with NFL superstar Travis Kelce, pressed pause on the world. Nothing else mattered except being there for her dad. But here's where the story takes a turn that captured hearts everywhere. Travis Kelce, famous for his gridiron grit, found himself playing a new kind of role, one that required patience, empathy, and steadfastness. Sources close to the couple say that Kelce was more than a supportive boyfriend. He became a pillar for the entire Swift family. He checked in daily, coordinated travel, so that Taylor never had to worry about logistics, and sat through long, anxious hours in the hospital, offering quiet encouragement. It wasn't just Taylor who noticed. Scott Swift, a lifelong sports fan, found common ground with Kelce almost immediately. The two bonded over more than just football. They swapped stories about big games, laughed about pre-game rituals, and even debated who could grill the best burgers. In moments when anxiety threatened to take over, Kelce's humor and easygoing nature brought a sense of normalcy to the hospital room. For Taylor, having Kelce by her side made all the difference. Friends say she leaned on him during those long nights, grateful for his ability to lighten the mood or just hold her hand in silence. While the world saw her dazzling on stage, behind the scenes she was a daughter, vulnerable and worried, finding strength in her family and her partner. The surgery itself was a marathon, testing everyone's nerves. Hours ticked by, each one heavier than the last. But finally, good news arrived. The operation had been a success. Scott was groggy but smiling, cracking jokes with the nurses even as he recovered. The relief was palpable, a wave of gratitude sweeping over the family. In the days that followed, Taylor stayed close to her father's bedside, reading to him, playing music, and sometimes just sitting quietly, letting him rest. Andrea was a constant presence, her own experiences with illness giving her a quiet authority in the room. Austin, ever the loyal brother, ran errands and kept spirits up. And Kelce, whose NFL season loomed, stayed as long as he could, making sure Taylor felt supported before he returned to his own demanding world. What's remarkable is how private Taylor kept this ordeal. In an era when celebrity news spreads faster than wildfire, the Swifts managed to shield their family crisis from the public eye, sharing only what they wanted to when they were ready. When a spokesperson finally confirmed the details to TMZ, fans everywhere sent an outpouring of love and support. For many, the image of Taylor Swift, arguably the most recognizable woman in pop culture, sitting in a hospital room with her family, her superstar boyfriend quietly at her side, was both grounding and inspiring. It's a reminder that even the most glittering lives are touched by the same fears and hopes that bind us all. Scott's recovery has been described as remarkable by those close to the family. He's walking more each day, regaining his strength, and already making plans to catch Taylor's next tour stop. Doctors are optimistic, noting that with proper follow-up and heart-healthy living, Scott has every chance to enjoy many more years of family milestones. He's become something of a role model for others facing similar surgeries, proof that with determination, support, and a little humor, even the toughest obstacles can be overcome. For Taylor, this crisis underscored the importance of her inner circle. Her relationship with Kelce, already the subject of endless headlines, has deepened in ways only true tests can. Sources say that Taylor and Travis emerged from the experience more tightly knit than ever, their bond forged not just in the glare of paparazzi cameras, but in the quiet moments that matter most. Fans, too, have felt the impact. Social media lit up with messages of support, not just for Scott, but for the entire family. Swifties, as her loyal followers are known, shared stories of their own family struggles, finding comfort in the knowledge that their idol faced the same fears and found strength and love. It's a testament to Taylor's unique ability to connect, to make even her private pain a source of communal healing. As Scott continues to recover, the Swifts are looking forward. Taylor's tour resumes soon, with Kelce expected to attend as many shows as his NFL schedule allows. The family, once again, finds itself in the spotlight, but this time, the applause feels more personal, more hard-won. This moment also marks a new chapter for Taylor and Kelce as a couple. They've weathered public scrutiny, the demands of two high-profile careers, and now the ultimate test, standing together when it mattered most. Friends say they're stronger for it, more committed, and deeply grateful for the love and support they've received. Taylor's fans, always hungry for glimpses into her life, have found this story especially moving. It's a reminder that behind the music and the headlines, she remains, at her core, a daughter, a sister, and a partner, someone who knows what it means to put family first. As the world watches Taylor Swift step back onto the stage, there's a new layer to her story. Her songs, always tinged with personal experience, now carry the weight of recent trials and triumphs. Every lyric, every note, is richer for what she's endured and overcome. Scott Swift, meanwhile, is on the mend, stronger in body, buoyed by the love that surrounded him when it counted. For the Swifts, this chapter may have been one of fear and uncertainty, but it has closed with hope, gratitude, and the unbreakable bonds of family. And for Taylor and Travis, it's a story that fans will remember long after the headlines fade. A story not of stardom, but of steadfast love, quiet heroism, and the kind of resilience that makes even the biggest stars shine a little brighter.